true. It could be time to start anew and maybe change my point of view. Nah. I say
Let it die, let it die. Let it shrivel up and down.
Who's with me, huh?
Nobody. You grit it dirt bag, let it grow. They don't
All right, welcome everybody to the Big Gene Show. Big Gene requested that we play that song as our intro for this one, so in fittingness of spring, let it grow, there you go. We haven't been here in a while, so we're gonna jump right in, not waste any time. We have Topics with Terry returning, where I talk to Terry about some interesting topics and get his thoughts. We have Rankings with Reggie. Reggie is going to rank some candies for us here today. And then we have Walk with Wubsy. Wubsy is going to be a tour guide for us on a walk that we're going to take here in a little bit. And then we will also sprinkle in a few little things that we're excited about that will be coming. So let's jump right into it. Topics with Terry. We have a very random assortment of topics as always. First one, fitting with Easter, Peeps. What are your thoughts on Peeps?
They're cool. Don't really know what they are, but they're cool. What are they?
Peeps, they're like the little duck chicken things.
Okay.
They're like marshmallow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was at my aunt's and we were doing a gingerbread train competition and they had Peeps and they were really, really good. You could put them in your train, but they kind of like snuggle together. And I didn't try them because I didn't think they were going to taste very good. But they're red and they have like little black eyeballs. They're pretty cute.
Yeah. So we got red ones, but you know they can be any color. Traditionally, they're yellow, actually.
Never seen them yellow.
Yeah, they're pretty common around Easter. Okay, moving on. Spring. What do you think about spring?
Oh, I like spring, but sometimes the rain gets you a lot when you're outside. I'm not a big fan of rain.
No.
Never really got into that. I mean, some people like jumping in puddles, like splashing in their boots, but in reality, you're just getting wet, and who likes to get absolutely drenched? So, hail is better. Hail is really fun, especially when they're like softball size. It's just so fun. You can pick them up and throw them at each other, and it's
So
like an apple fight in winter. So it's spring. Sometimes you get hail balls. They're like ice and they're like see-through and you can like throw them at each other and it's really fun. So I would recommend that. It's really fun.
All right, he is not into rain, like some of you folks are out there, I'm sure. Wiffle ball. What's your thoughts on wiffle ball?
Wiffle balls. I think you should just use a baseball. If you're hitting something, like don't even use a wiffle ball because then you're gonna get used to something that's way lighter and easier to like hit and go far, but like baseball, it's faster, it can go faster. Wiffle balls, they're kind of hard to throw sometimes. They don't really go as fast because they're not as heavy. But yeah, wiffle balls, they also break, and believe me, beer lime will get them.
Here's a nice random one for you. Spoons. What's your thought on spoons?
Yeah, I mean it's a really fun card game. It's fun to eat. You can eat with them too. There's two different meanings. There's homophones. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called.
Wow. Vocabulary.
Yeah. So
Oh,
spoons, I like the game. It's quick paced, but I'm not very good at it. So sometimes it gets hard when you're sitting out for so long for the whole round, and then you just have to wait for the whole round to get back in. But once you win, you just jump up and down and you're so happy because it's really fast paced. And spoons in general, when you're eating, I kind of like forks better. Gotta be honest.
Use a fork back.
Even for soup, forks are better because you can just get in there and pick out the little strips and then it's really good. So like spoons are not good
there
for soup. Do not
any
use
use cases that you should use a spoon, or is there never a good time for a spoon?
Never a good time for a spoon. Just chuck them in the garbage can. Really.
Wow. Does not like spoons, so there you go.
You don't really use them. You just can stab with them. You can eat with them. You don't really stab with a spoon. I haven't really seen that done.
So, if I recall correctly, you got from one of our viewers here a spoon, and it's engraved on it. It says "Scoop." There it is. You don't like that spoon, or is that like the one exception? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, so there's an exception for that one. For one, because it says "Scoop There It Is," and that is actually my favorite commercial. You guys should look it up right now. It's scoopthereitis.org, and it's a very nice website. It's on Safari.
That is not true.
Yes,
not
yes,
real.
that's an actual website
Okay.
on Safari.
Moving on.
And it shows the commercials.
Cyber attacks.
What?
Cyber attacks.
So they're fun. They go on your roof and they like retrieve the sunlight to get you light. But the thing I really never got about the something whatever they are attacks. I'm pretty
Cyber attacks.
pretty sure the sun comes in and it attacks the things. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. I'm pretty sure they're called solar panels. They take in the light, but the thing is I never got was when there is no light. When there is clouds over, like how are you supposed to like turn light on at night when there's no sun? You know what I mean? I mean, it's on the other half of the earth, it's still there, it's just not on your side,
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, there are batteries that store power. But yeah, cyber attacks. Solar panels, yep. And finally, Chromebooks.
Not very good. Really, I mean, you just give everybody like an Apple MacBook Pro or something like that. They're really cheap and like you can get them so easily. You can buy a bunch of them if they're in stock, And they're just way better because Chromebooks, they sometimes just like lag out and you get kicked out of whatever you're doing. I've had that happen to me a lot of times. Sometimes they'll say your battery is not reliable when you're at like 100%. It's like during the state test, you have to have it at 100 and then it's not reliable and it just dies when it's at 100. It's just, not good.
Interesting. I have never heard of that. Unreliable battery.
It literally says that when you click on the battery, it says unreliable.
Huh, that's interesting. Anyway, we're going to move on to ranking with Reggie. He's going to pick his top 3 candies of all time. So,
Oh
again,
yeah!
this is scary.
Ugh.
This isn't going to work out well, I don't think. But
Is
here,
it gonna
I'll
work?
show the camera the candies, and
Yeah.
you're going to rank them.
Okay, so today we have a bunch of different ones. Today we're going to start with, he's going to show you, after he gets them all up on the board, he's going to show you them. So, I'm a big fan of candy, really, as you can tell. I love candy. They're just so good, So first he's going to show you that these are Reese's Pieces. We have Sour Patch Kids, Junior Mints, Skittles, peanut M&Ms, and we have just the normal M&Ms. So today, I'm going to be ranking my top 3, and I'm gonna have to put some honorable mentions on here because my favorite candy of all time isn't on here, and I'm kind of sad. My favorite candy is it's just chocolate, it's strictly medicinal. And it's just chocolate. So,
No.
honorable mention. Let's just take a second to just. Okay, yeah, we're back. So we had to take an honorable mention for that one because it's not here, and I don't know what it is, and I'm kind of sad. But so I have never tried Reese's Pieces before. I really haven't, and maybe they were good, but who cares? I've never tried them. Junior Mints, let's see. So we'll leave these for a minute. Creamy Mints.
Have you ever tried them?
Yeah, I think once or twice. Junior Mints, my mom's favorite. Creamy Mints and pure chocolate. I never was a big fan of coconut chocolate, so it's not milk chocolate, I don't think. Sour Patch Kids. They're not sour. I mean, if they were sour, I mean, I'm going to leave them here because they could be on my top 3, but they're not sour, so, like, how are you supposed to eat them? And they literally say Sour Patch Kids, so I don't really, not a big fan of that. Skittles, really good. I love Skittles. They're really good. Let's see, Peanut M&M's, Caden's favorite here. They're pretty good, actually. And these are the original. I've been liking these recently. We'll see. So the first one on our list is gonna be Skittles.
Skittles number 1.
Skittles are number 1. I like the wild berry kind better, but that's just the original. Original's good too. So next one, I was just keeping everybody happy, but just Junior Mints. I mean, they're just not. I'm gonna lose some people here. I know I'm gonna. I know I did on the Reese's Pieces, but sorry, Mom. They're not good. Yeah, they're just creamy. I don't really like coconuts, so and they're as hard as a rock when you eat them. So I'm not a big fan of that. So next up is this is hard. They're not these. Not those.
Sour Patch Kids gone.
No, they're not gone forever. But between these two, I'm gonna have to say that this is gonna take the cake.
These are peanut M&M's.
They're good. That's good candy, but in reality, these two are good. But the thing about M&M's is they're just the original. And the originals, I'm not saying the original bad because it's really not bad because they are inside, they're just pure milk chocolate, which is my favorite candy. And these things, it's chewy, I don't like the aftertaste. These are gone. Okay, the winners of the 2023 ranking Big Gene special is the winner, Skittles. Second place goes to Peanut M&M's, and third place goes to the milk chocolate. So
very good, Gene. Very good. That's an interesting list. Yes, I do think you lost some people there.
I did. I know I did, but
you're just gonna have to get them back, I guess.
I'm gonna have to try.
Maybe you can in our next segment, which is walks with Wubsy. Hopefully, you can grab some people back. Before we go there, we're going to briefly talk about how we are going to have a podcast that is going to be coming up. That's going to be not just Big Gene, but the whole Turk family. I will be hosting it, and we'll have different people on the show.
Join me in.
Big Gene will be on most of the
them.
time.
All of them.
He says all. We'll see if he actually commits, but
I will commit. Don't worry about that.
So we'll be doing that, and yeah, we'll probably give you a little taste of that at the end of this video.
Yeah.
But, all right, without further ado, let's send it down to Wubsy.
Welcome back to Walking with Wubsy. Today we're going to be visiting the neighborhood, or the village of Lowville. Today we are seeing my aunt's house. It's pretty antique. It's about 5 years old, and it has this ring thing in the front of it, and you can actually talk to people that are inside. It's pretty cool. And it has like icicle lights that have always been there forever, never been taken down for the whole 5 years that it's been there.
Got him.
So it's a pretty nice house. The outside, the colors are a little bit, but I think, in my opinion, it needs to be painted. But I don't know. So they have 3 kids, and it's a pretty nice house. So
Very nice. Oh, look at Boogie Boy.
Brookston, say hi to the camera. Yeah, so these sidewalks here, I think like these, you can tell these are newer, but these are old. I'm not really sure. Sometimes they do it where they have it where they do a strip and then they don't do a strip. Like look down there, and you see how there's like new and old and new and old. I'm not really sure why they do that, but I guess it's just like a pattern that they like. They also like these Z patterns on the ground. I'm not really sure where they have that. It has some writing there. And this is a fire hydrant. They use this in fires if they need water. And yeah, they're pretty nice. I'm not really sure how they're drilled and stuff, but they're rock solid. And they just basically hook up the hose and let it go. So this one was built in 1853. It's built by a Scottish farmer in Norway. So hello guys, we're back here. So I'm jaywalking right now. Jaywalking is totally fine. Even in the cities, they don't find you at all. It's actually pretty fun to do. You can get to places faster, and we're coming up here on our flip house up here that we are redoing it. This is our 10th one, and it's a work in progress, definitely. So it's pretty fun. My dad's doing it right now, and I think my uncle is here too. But as you can see, it needs a lot of work to still be done on it. Filling holes, there's a hole over there in the mountains of dirt, and it is dusty in there. Let me just tell you that. This one was built in 1782 by actually my great uncle. He built it, and he stayed in it for a couple of years until he had to move out, and he moved to New York City, and he left this abandoned, so we bought it, and now we are redoing it, so it's pretty fun. This is a stop sign made of good old metal iron mixture, I'm pretty sure, and that thing, it tells you when to stop. So once you get to this line right here, big white one, you have to stop, okay? So, and this one was built, when was this? It says up there, it actually says 1269. This wasn't even a street, really, when it was a dirt street when this was made. So, it's really old, but the back of it is, yeah, there's nothing on the back. So yeah, today has been a beautiful day. Right before spring break started, we saw the forecast. We saw it was going to be crazy good outside. 60s, 70s, and it is just beautiful outside right now. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and the woodpeckers are pecking, and it's just so beautiful out here. The grass is starting to grow back now, and starting to get into baseball season and other things like kickball and stuff that I like to do. And this right here is the Reynolds house. It's light blue. This one was built actually very long time ago. This one was 1092. It was built from a person in New York, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, New York. They built this house because they didn't have anywhere else to live, and they just got kicked out of a Native American tribe. So they were here, and they lived here for a while until they moved. And then somebody else moved here, and then the Reynolds did. So it's
wow, it was only like a couple families? Since 1092?
Since 1092. Yep.
Also, you said that's blue?
Yeah. Light blue. So. Yep, it's pretty cool. And that basically concludes Walking with Wubsy. That's just a little bit of our village of Lowville. There was a lot more to see. You should come here sometime. Lowville, New York. And it's just a beautiful place. And as you can tell, it's just beautiful weather here. So you should definitely come, move in, and it's just a beautiful place.
Time to start anew, and maybe